So I've spoken about the Dresden Files a few times on this series. I'm a big fan. And when I was reaching the end of that series, it felt like everything from previous books was coming together. And it's like 14 books, 17 books? You'd think I'd remember, I've read them all. But there's things in that ending which was huge and really satisfying, and it felt difficult, and it was actually one of those big physical fights that we talked about, but there were still elements of the main character Harry having to overcome a lot of his internal issues and things like that. But in terms of the fight and everyone coming together, there was stuff that was happening, stuff that was going on that felt like it had been set up in book 1 or book 2. Bearing in mind there's over 10 books then, because I can't remember the exact amount. 15? I can't remember. But there was stuff from way back that felt like it was still important at this ending. And he actually wrote the last 2 books a few years after the ones before it, which is interesting. I don't know if he decided to take the time to do a really good job. Maybe there's some research I need to do on that. But there were lots of elements coming together, and that felt really satisfying. You don't want your ending to feel completely out of the blue. You don't want your characters facing a big fight and they just find like magic weapons from out of nowhere and all these easy things, you know. You don't want... There's a word for it where they have this magical thing that just fixes everything. What's it called? Deus Ex Machina thing. Did I mispronounce that? You know what I mean? You don't want it to be that.
I have no idea how to pronounce it either. I was about to Google it.
That's fair, because, you know. But you don't want the fix or the ending or that to just be out of the blue. It makes those earlier books or those earlier episodes or those earlier films in the series feel worthwhile watching. It makes them feel more important. And then having it come all the way at the end is a satisfying ending.